What is up, fellow giggers? Who else has been in this situation or position? Especially if you do gig app work, you come out of the weekend, so it's Monday, and you got 500, maybe $1,000 to your name, net, right? So after you've done gas and got an oil change or whatever, you come out of the weekend, you got $1,000. But then you also have a variety of bills. For example, your car note might be due. So out of this weekend, I had to pay $300 on my car note. My insurance was also due, so that's another almost it's like 140, so like 150. So we're at $450 out of the 1,000 that I spent all the last week, grinding to make. That's kind of my goal is, Mondays and Tuesdays, I take it a little slower, or I try to. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I ramp it up because those are the busier days. And then Monday, I kind of look at my finances and say, okay, how much did I make? How much did I spend? Sorry, this dropped. Anyways, moral of the story. You pay $100 on a credit card, so that's $550. You want to buy groceries and whatnot, so that's $150, $200. Cell phone bill, $50. I'm at like $800, $900. I'm almost out of money already, right? And it sucks because these are my shoes. These are my shoes. I just thankfully ordered new shoes because I did have enough money after everything. But I've put a lot of fucking miles on these bad boys. Oh my gosh. It's kind of wild, but what else can we do? How do you budget when you don't know necessarily how much you're going to make? And this is true for a lot of, non-professional workers who aren't on salary. A lot of people aren't guaranteed 40 hours a week. That's a huge problem a lot of people have. And it's additionally difficult because it's tough to work two jobs when they both want you to have open availability, but then don't schedule you 40 hours a week. I'd love to work 50 to 60 hours a week at one job, making a fair wage, but that just isn't an opportunity right now. It just really sucks, and that's one of the big reasons I do gig work is because my ceiling is higher as a result of my ability to work as much as I want. I don't love working 6 to 7 days a week, but I got bills. I want to make progress in life. I'm at a point, thankfully, to where my bills are not insane. But I've spent the last 2 years working 6 to 7 days a week to slowly pay down debt. I still have some debt. I've got, we'll say about $3,000 in credit card debt between pretty much two credit cards. But that number was like $10,000 at one point. And then I have my car note, like I had mentioned, which isn't out of control. It's at a good place. I'm not stressing about the car note. But I am stressing about the credit card debt because if I get a $1,000 to $2,000 car repair bill, which isn't abnormal, when you've had a vehicle for a year or two, it just goes right back onto the credit cards I just paid down. So it's this vicious cycle that is really difficult to get out of. And in one of my earlier videos, one of my first or second videos on this channel, I talked about how I was working at a fish packing warehouse, making $20 an hour, but I was only getting 20 to 30 hours a week. And so then I brought that up. I'm like, I'd love to work 60 if you'd give me 60. And they said, you know what, Andrew, we actually like your work ethic, and so we want to promote you to a salaried position. But that salaried position, when it got time to negotiation, was $46K a year, which you can make more doing gig work. Yes, you have to maybe work more hours, but even still, that salaried position, 45 to 50 hours a week, you can make more than $46K a year doing gig work. And so, and then one of the stipulations of that other job was they didn't want me to do side gig work because I had to be available for interfacing with international customers. That was one of the big parts of the job, was supply chain coordination with China and Chinese buyers. Something I've done in the past. I have a master's degree in business. I've worked in a professional supply chain environment for a major corporation, Boeing, I had 5 years with them, but that was a toxic environment, which is why I left. I just did not realize that leaving the military industrial complex, going back into small and medium-sized businesses would, generate $46,000 a year salary offers. There's a meme. This is a real meme. It's the picture of this guy on a train and he's got his head down and he's like ashamed, and there's a poster behind him that says, did you spend $100,000 a year or to get did you spend $100,000 to get a $40,000 a year career? And it's like, yeah. And that's like, I don't think student loans should be forgiven. I have tremendous student loan debt, but I do think it is a problem that needs addressed. But we have a ton of problems in our society, and I won't get too much into that, but hopefully my new shoes are here in like a week or so. Barefoot. These are just awesome shoes. I've literally, I've had these for like over a year, and I've worn the shit out of them. So I'm not disparaging the shoe at all. I'm disparaging the fact that I struggle to make enough money to just survive. And I know a lot of Americans are in this position, which is why I have no problem shamelessly talking about it. So if I make $1,000 in a week, that's annually $50-ish thousand a year, right? More than that 56K mark. And then, there's various taxes and whatnot, but if you do your taxes right, being a gig worker, it's not bad. It's not bad because you get to deduct mileage and other expenses. I think I'll kind of wrap up the video here. But yeah, you pay your car note, pay your insurance, gas, fucking groceries, you're done. You're done. These shoes were $100, and that it's just, I don't know, I'm rambling now, but if you're out there struggling too, you're not alone, and we'll get through this. We just got to keep hustling, got to keep pushing. I believe in you.